Welcome to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
You are welcome to Akwa Ibom State, the land of uncommon transformation. Come and join us, live amongst us, and invest, and you will not regret. I welcome you.
Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Recently, the people of Akwa Ibom State residing in the United States of America under the umbrella of Akwa Ibom State Association of Nigeria, AKISAN, converged in the capital city, Washington, D.C. for their 26th annual convention. The Akwa Ibom State Governor Chief Godswill Akpabio, CON, led a delegation from the state to the convention where he had an opportunity to address his people and give account of his stewardship in a major town hall meeting. It was an interactive session. The people asked questions and received answers. The event featured fundraising, gala nights, cultural display, the crowning of Mr. and Miss Akwa Ibom USA Underside, and what have you. Also, Governor Godswill Akpabio was honored by the PDP USA chapter and Akwa Ibom State Association of Nigeria, AKISAN, for Transformational Excellence Award and Uncommon Transformation Award, respectively. It's a rich package, I can assure you. I am Matthew Mbom. Stay with us.
The story of the uncommon transformation of Akwa Ibom State took the center stage penultimate week when the protagonist himself and State Chief Executive, Governor Godswill Akpabio, led a delegation of senior citizens and other indigents of the state to the USA to acquaint Akwa Ibom people in the diaspora with the happenings here at home. The event was a town hall meeting organized as part of activities of the 26th Annual Convention of Akwa Ibom State Association of Nigeria, USA Incorporated, AKISAN, in Washington, D.C. Addressing a town hall meeting, Governor Akpabio listed the many achievements recorded by his administration since its inception a little over 6 years ago. Governor Akpabio said he took the pains to explain to them the goings-on back at home to disabuse their minds from the negative reports they read on the social media about his government. He said rather than stay in faraway lands to criticize his administration, it was necessary for them to come back and see things for themselves and therefore contribute their quota to take the state to that envisaged height. Akpabio, who interspaced his speech with songs of victory, said things are certainly looking up in the state these last 6 years.
I can see everything turning around, everything turning around. Everything turning around for Akwa Ibom. I can see everything turning around, everything turning around, everything turning around for Akwa Ibom. I can see everything turning around for us, turning around for my people, turning around for Akwa Ibom. So how are we embarking on the uncommon transformation of Akwa Ibom State? The answer for me, I can't even remember. But all I know is that I love my states. My intention from the outset in 2007 was never to gain accolades and praises from people, no. Myself and my team were moved by love and compassion for the well-being of our dear state and our people. The love of our people and our positive anger at the sudden state that we met the state in 2007 impel us to achieve the heights that we are now discussing. These are the secrets behind our common transformation.
Reflecting on the theme of the convention, preserving the culture of Akwa Ibom State for future generations, Governor Akpabio expressed satisfaction that the people, despite pursuing their American dreams, have not forgotten their Akwa Ibom roots. While re-echoing the vision of our forebears, which was founded on unity, brotherhood and progress, Akpabio said his administration has given expression to such ideals through the declaration of free and compulsory education to all children of school age in the state to secure their future. This policy, he said, is supported by the construction of thousands of classroom blocks and outright elimination of decayed infrastructure in the school's system. Add to this, he said, his administration constructed the first ever e-library in Nigeria, a project which facilitates research with e-documents grossing more than 16 million, as well as the establishment of mobile cyber cafes to engage the rural communities on ICT.
So I'm happy that in pursuing the American dream, you have not forgotten the Akwa Ibom hope. So as we come together for this celebration, let us not forget that our unity and brotherhood are legacies that our forebears bequeathed to us. One lasting evidence of such legacy is the Ibibio State College in Ikorekbene, which was formed when our ancestors from Anang, Ibibio, Oron, Eket, and indeed all the nooks and crannies of our dear state came together to form the Ibibio Union. They formed the Ibibio Union in appreciation of the truth that we are of one stock and of one ancestry. They knew that when we close our ranks and march together, no enemy, no foe can defeat us. They knew that whenever we are together, no mountain can be too high for us to climb, and no sea too wide for us to cross. Marching together and being people of one vision, they invested in education and undertook various educational ventures in their time. Today, we celebrate the noble culture which gave birth to those visions and those ideas. The theme of this convention for the 2013 one, preserving the culture of Akwa Ibom State for future generations, is apt and instructive. We need to understand this culture of unselfish love and placing the common good above individual interests before we even begin to speak about it. Otherwise, we will dishonor this noble heritage with words without knowledge. It is a culture every Akwa Ibom child should be very proud of. We've come to celebrate our culture with noble records, very noble records. Our forebears, our forefathers, were the first set of people to tax themselves and send their sons and daughters to acquire Western education overseas. I'm sure you know this. In the whole country, we were the first. The first set of people to tax themselves and build community schools. the first set of people to tax themselves and award scholarships to deserving sons and daughters. All these actions were altruistic in nature, and nobody at that time cared whether his own child, whether his own son or daughter would benefit from any of those schemes. Nobody cared.
Going philosophical, Governor Akpabio said that God has used the present administration under his leadership to change the captivity of our children into joy. He said thousands of children who had been sold into servitude and were engaged in demeaning vocations have all returned home and are now in various public schools across the state.
The passion for education, which that culture bred, was given a new expression by this administration under my leadership when we established the free and compulsory education policy in 2008. Did I remind you? Those of you who attended AKISAN 2008 Convention will remember that it was right here, then, amongst you, that I announced that upon my return to Akwa Ibom said, I will start the policy of free and compulsory education for our children. And when I returned home, God used us to turn the captivity of our children into joy. Thousands of our children today who were in servitude abroad, languishing, some of them in poverty, and most of them were even doing what we may call not just child labor, child prostitution in Gabon and other places. They are now back in school, and they are in Uyo attending school, and they are the future senators. We have recorded outstanding successes in that direction. Of course, you are aware that we have triple school enrollment, and that we open it up to all Nigerian children who are resident in the states. And we did that because our belief is that if you educate your children and you don't educate your neighbors, you are preparing armed robbers to attack your graduate children.
On poverty alleviation, the governor who spoke elaborately on this said a lot has been achieved in this direction. Quoting from former South African President Nelson Mandela, Chief Akpabio pointed out that, quote, overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, but is an act of justice, unquote. He maintained that the transformational efforts of his administration have been channeled to programs and policies that have significantly reduced poverty in the state. Among these efforts include the Women in Agriculture Development Program, WIDEP, where thousands of women have been trained and empowered with ₦250,000 each. The Integrated Farmer Scheme, where young graduates were trained in agriculture and given over ₦500,000 each to boost food production in the state. Others include employment of thousands of women and youths into the Green Brigade, where they are paid monthly. Through the Inter-Ministerial Direct Labor Coordinating Committee, the governor stressed that over 6,000 jobs have been executed, and these are done through direct labor and by Akwa Ibom people in what the state chief executive said is a means of empowering the people and reducing poverty.
We are doing a lot in terms of poverty alleviation. We are doing a lot in terms of poverty alleviation. And I just want to bring you back to what the South African legendary leader Nelson Mandela said. He said, overcoming poverty is not a task of charity. It is an act of justice. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity. It is an act of what? Justice. Our transformation efforts, therefore, have been channeled to programs and policies that have significantly reduced poverty in our dear state. Records have it that more people all over the world die from health, in fact they die from hunger more than health-related diseases. I'm sure you're aware of that. More people die from hunger than health-related diseases. Even HIV, AIDS, malaria, tuberculosis, do not kill people as much as hunger. So in our state, we have been able to set an impressive record in that direction. Robust programs and policies have been done. And if I were to mention the one we call WADEP, that is Women in Agriculture Development Program, where we train, the first set of women were 4,500, and then we were able to give them tokens of over 250,000 each to buy seedlings, and they are all engaged in agriculture today. Then, of course, we have also trained thousands of our graduate children in what we call integrated farmer scheme. And then, of course, we try to also employ most of our women in the environmental sector. Under the Green Brigade, thousands of women are being employed. We are working very hard on that.
On health, Chief Akpabio said the sector has not had it so good before. For instance, the government is currently constructing the 20th Anniversary Specialist Hospital, the biggest and the best such facility anywhere in Nigeria. Such a move, he added, was geared towards stopping capital flight. He said notable hospitals in India, among them the Primus Group, have so far indicated interest in managing the hospital.
We are roofing the biggest hospital in Nigeria, in Itam Junction. I also had a discussion with the Germans. I went to Düsseldorf, and I said, why can't we have a Nigeria-German hospital in Akwa Ibom? And but the Primus Hospital has shown tremendous interest. Now, it has a very strong underground. The underground is actually where most of the laboratories and most diagnostic labs are. It's quite big. It's quite, when I went there myself, I was a bit amazed.
The governor further told them that the state has not recorded any incidents of polio since he assumed duty as governor, while infant and maternal mortality have been reduced by as much as 85%. On aviation, Governor Akpabio told the excited audience that work on the second phase of Ibom International Airport project has reached advanced stage, with the construction of a second taxiway to accommodate larger planes. He informed the people that Emirates had indicated interest to operate on the state's international route with their A380 Airbus, hence the construction of the second runway to accommodate larger planes, side by side with the new international terminal.
Interim terminal, for those of you who have been to Uyo, we are now extending the apron. This is the extension now, so that it will be able to carry the A380 when it is turning around, because the wings are very extremely wide. So we are extending the apron, and then we are building the main international terminal now. So we are going to have, we are building the main international terminal now, and so that place where you have the interim something will eventually come down. The whole of that place will be apron because of the maintenance, repair, and overhaul facility.
From the look on their faces and the responses they made, having carefully listened to His Excellency roll out projects after projects with slight evidences to show these were real, it was all too clear that the state's indigents in faraway land were totally satisfied with what the governor was doing in the state, and even offered to lend a helping hand in terms of expert advice as well as strong economic cooperation for realization of their lofty dreams.
When we came for the state celebration last year, and we were asked by the then deputy governor to just take a tour of Uyo, and two things struck me. When we were on that road, I told someone when I came back here, I said, I've never seen one like that in Nigeria. The street lights were on. We were going for miles straight on, no bend. And I just want to say, may God bless you. The other thing that really struck me was when we went to the, you have like a roundabout with the water coming up with different colors. I was really astonished, Your Excellency. May the Lord bless you.
Amen. Earlier, the national president of AKISAN, Emmanuel Isang, in his welcome address said the convention is an annual event which enables them to meet with old friends, make new ones, while also keeping the flame of love burning. On his part, Dr. Peter Odomo, who eulogized the sterling leadership qualities of Governor Akpabio, said what is on ground is a demonstration of what he termed intentional leadership in the state, and enjoined all indigents to support the Akpabio administration.
We are to build our cultural center, which will be Akwa Ibom State Embassy in America. In the center, we will have everything you can think of. We will have in the center every year in the summer camp, where you will have the kids will come here, learn our language, cook our own food, learn to live the Akwa Ibom way.
I also lived New York briefly. Imagine someone like me, I have such a good visual capacity. I went into New York, I practically got lost. Do you know why I got lost? It was very simple. I don't have the road anymore. The roads got so changed.
The convention was very highly attended by Akwa Ibom sons and daughters in the USA and those back here in Nigeria, as well as friends of the state who went to share the moment with them. At the event, the rich cultural heritage of the state and cuisines were on display. Frontline Akwa Ibom music icons, including Mish, were also on hand to entertain the audience. High point of the celebration was the unveiling of the model of Akwa Ibom Cultural Center project in Washington by the state governor. Track up. Other highlights of the four-day event were the crowning of Mr. and Miss Akwa Ibom USA and fundraising for the proposed Akwa Ibom Cultural Center project in Washington. Governor Akpabio, who was honored on the occasion with an award for his uncommon transformation of the state by the president of AKISAN, pledged to do more to leave a lasting imprint in the governance of the state. He told the people that the state was now safe to visit and do business, and urged the indigents of the state living outside to attract investments back home, assuring of government support. The state's chief executive also urged them to remain united while teaching their children the virtues of honesty, hard work, and the ways of God.
Your vision to transform Akwa Ibom State into enviable modern state has attracted investors from all over the world. In recognition of your outstanding service to our state, sir, continue and you will be remembered forever. You are simply the best. Congratulations, Emmanuel J. Isong, National President of Akwa Ibom State Association of Nigeria, USA, Inc. The 17th of August, 2013. Thank you.
From the President, he has declared your governor the best. Those who are supposed to say aye, and those who are against say nay. You can see the top listeners are not there. I accept this with gratitude. Thank you, and I love you all. Thank you.
The AKISAN Convention proper afforded Governor Akpabio the opportunity to reveal to our people in the diasporas the motivating factor behind his administration's uncommon transformation agenda. Away from the convention, Governor Akpabio met with executive and members of the People's Democratic Party PDP USA chapter. At the occasion, Governor Akpabio was honored with Transformational Excellence Award by the party at an event witnessed by former military governor of the state, Otuekong Idonsin-Kang, and other senior citizens of the state, as well as members of the State Executive Council.
Transformational Excellence Award presented to His Excellency, signed Honorable Dr. Harold Moloku, signed Honorable Alice Chad Osunde, National Secretary, PDP, and signed yours truly, Honorable Patrick Wooten Jr., National Publicity Secretary, PDP USA. Your Excellency, sir.
The event in Washington was indicative of a people aiming to grow stronger in unity. This, indeed, is Akwa Ibom State, the land of uncommon transformation.
Okay, that was an exciting package. Till same time, same station next week. Goodbye.
Uncommon Transformation television series brings to you the latest information of the monumental achievements of the Governor Akpabio-led administration. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube to read the latest news, watch amazing videos and listen to in-depth analyses and interviews with the men and women working hand in hand with stakeholders to make Akwa Ibom State better. You can also log on to our website www.uncommontransformation.tv for more information. Uncommon Transformation television series, bringing to you the right and current information when you need it.